Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to learn what is virtualization and what are virtual machines. Traditionally, if you want to run different services like email, web application hosting, databases or file storage, we need separate physical servers for each one. Not only that, but if you want to use different operating systems, let's say Windows, Linux or macOS, we need to set up separate machines for each. As you can imagine, this setup made hardware cost, maintenance, and energy consumption very high. So, how can we run all these services, even with different operating systems, on a single computer at the same time? That's exactly where virtualization comes in. In simple terms, virtualization is a technology that allows one physical computer to act like multiple dependent computers using software. Let's think your computer like a big pizza. Virtualization lets you slice the pizza into smaller pieces, and each slice behave like a computer piece by itself. Each of these slides is what we call a virtual machine. Now, let's see how does this magic happen. It's all happened through a special software called Hypervisor. The hypervisor is responsible for dividing and managing your hardware resources such as CPU, memory and storage among these different virtual machines. There are two main types of hypervisors. Type 1, bare metal hypervisor. This one runs directly on the physical hardware without any operating systems. Let's see where it was mostly used. It was used on data centers and enterprise environments. For example, virtual Microsoft Hyper-V and Citrix Zen Server. Type 2, hosted hypervisor. This one runs on top of an existing operating system. Make it greater for personal or testing users. Example include VirtualBox and VMware workstations. For example, you can run VirtualBox on your laptop running Windows and then create a virtual machine inside it to run Ubuntu Linux. That Ubuntu system behaves just like a real computer, even though it's running inside your Windows machine. We will explore how to do this step by step in upcoming videos practically. So, what exactly is a virtual machine? A virtual machine is simply a software based computer. It behaves just like a physical computer but runs inside another computer. Each virtual machine has its own operating system, CPU, memory, storage, and even network interfaces, all managed by the hypervisor we talked about earlier. You can think of a virtual machine as a computer within a computer. Let's take an example. Imagine you have a laptop running with Windows 11. You can install a Type 2 hypervisor like VirtualBox or VMware workstation. Inside that, you can create a virtual machine and install Ubuntu Linux on it. Now, both Windows and Ubuntu are running side by side on the same hardware but completely isolated from each other. Let's imagine if something goes wrong inside the Ubuntu VM, like a crash or virus, your Windows systems stay safe and unaffected. That is one of the biggest advantages of using virtual machines. Let's see how a virtual machine actually runs. When you start, a hypervisor allocates a portion of your system's resources, such as CPU cores, memory, and disk space, to that particular VM. For example, if your computer has 60 GB of RAM, you might give 4 GB to the virtual machine. The virtual machine then uses the portion as if its own dedicated hardware. It boosts up, loads an operating system, and behaves just like a physical part. The best part, you can create multiple virtual machines on the same system, each with a different OS or different purposes, like one for testing software, or one for web services, or one for practicing your software. All this we can run on a single PC. With these virtual machines, we have a lot of advantages. It is cost effective, no need for multiple machines, easy to manage and clone easily, safe and isolated environment, great for learning, testing and deploying applications. Virtual machines has changed the way we use, test, and manage computers. And they are the fundamentals of modern IT infrastructure and cloud computing. We'll see that in our future videos.